Welcome to Live with Elder Kabir, where we are reminded to be faithful in the little. I am the voice behind the scenes, Deacon David. Today we have an encouraging show for you. Please watch to the end, and we hope that you're blessed by this live stream.
Shalom, shalom, family. Shalom to all the saints out there. Glad to be with you guys here for another prep day as we get ready for this live stream. We have a good live stream for you. We're continuing what we spoke to you guys 2 weeks ago. We come to you guys every other week. That's the goal. But the topic is how to biblically deal with offense, and we got a lot of that still going on, and this is all kind of predicated on just the stuff that's going on in ministry, and just encouraging people not to forget their first love, teaching people how to love one another. Guys, this walk is a very relational, and it's and thank the Most High Yah. We thank him so much for giving us words and instructions on how to love him and how to love one another. And so we're going to be talking about that. But before I go any further, Deacon, do you have anything? Should we do a sound check or anything?
Context, how are we coming in? You know, I was thinking, Elder, after we had our meeting earlier about how, like conflict resolution and we thought about deliverance and all that stuff, and how that's associated, what you've taught me, with like the spirit of Arrested Development, right?
Yes.
And so just thinking about how maybe Yeshua is literally giving us how to do conflict resolution.
Yes.
In Matthew 18, right? And then a lot of people who are not dealing with these things properly probably struggle with the Arrested Development spirit that they haven't been delivered from.
Say hi. Reed, say hi. Yeah, lie.
Bless you, saints.
Man.
Bless you, saints.
One of my women. So anyway, but yeah, you were saying, Deacon, about
I'm just saying, like, just the connection between conflict resolution or the lack of it and Arrested Development, and then you have a bunch of grown men that are not handling their conflicts correctly. And Yeshua is literally showing us, and he himself showing us how to do conflict resolution, to properly deal with things. So
you bring a good point, Deacon. When I think about what you were just talking about, think about little children, right? We have little seeds running around, right? And they're learning what we teach them, right? And when they're fighting over toys or who sit here or who watches this, right? That's when an adult that's healthy, mentally healthy.
Keyword healthy.
Yeah, that's keyword. Spiritually healthy, mentally healthy, which I think you're connected, can come in and help the two seeds that are fighting each other because they want to play with toys. I know I got two sons, right? Well, he did this. That's okay. Find out what's going on and help them to resolve conflict and give them a solution so that they will know how to resolve conflict as they get older. And a lot of time, parents just leave their sons and daughter to figure out on their own, because half the time the reason why they do that, 90% of the time, because I don't say 90, I'm just putting a percent, but most of the time they do it because they don't know how to resolve conflict.
Yeah.
And then you see it in their adult life. And so you see the same thing happening again. They could be 30, 40, 50, 60, it can go on. And they don't know how to resolve conflict. And so
the cycle continues. Yeah.
And so I kind of like what we do here at Australia Praise Line. I really think that we do. I mean, that doesn't mean we trust me, we have conflict. We have things that we have to work through, but I'm excited that we do have the tools, the power, the word, the word of Yah to be able to resolve these conflicts with each other, to keep a tight unit here. So I think we do. I mean, what do you think, Deacon? I mean, obviously I'm the deacons. I'm the elder here, the head of community. So maybe I'm biased, but how do you think we do? I mean, we've been together for 7 years, going on 8.
We
right?
usually, I guess I hate to use this word, but it's the best word that I can think of. But the philosophy that we have here is we deal with things right away. We don't let it fester. We don't let it try to boil over. And does that mean that everybody's applying it and everybody doing? Maybe not, but at least that's what's pushed here, And now you have to choose to participate in that and do your own due diligence. But for the most part, I believe we deal with things immediately in a speedily way,
Mm-hmm. So, and you know how quick am I on stuff? If something comes on my desk, am I one to delay and
No, you deal with it right away.
push it to the next day, push it to next week, how quick am I on that one? How about
You're very quick. You're very
how
quick.
about like maybe midnight? If it's midnight and something comes across, am I
Right.
one to say, "Well, I'll sleep on this one," and let me?
No, we deal with it right away.
So that's and it's in the word. So anyway, so we're gonna be talking about that. So, yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna do a recap of what we talked about, so we understand why it's called Part 2. If you have not seen Part 1, please go back and check it out so that it will be, it'll make sense. But we're going to complete finish the 3 steps of addressing an offense. How to address it. We were coming out of Matthew chapter 18, where Yeshua literally teaches us how to deal with an offense when somebody offends you or trespass against you, how to go to that brother one-on-one. We talked about the one-on-one. No one should know. You don't go talk to your woman about it. You don't talk to your children. You don't talk to your homies. You don't talk to your brother. You go to the brother that caused trespass one-on-one. And that should be a private conversation between you. No one should know about it but you, him, and Yah. That's it. You go in there and you bring the offense to the brother. If he hears you, great. You just won yourself a brother. Done. But let's say he doesn't hear you. Okay, that could happen. Matter of fact, and we talked about the step 1. Rarely does anybody ever. I don't know too many people that do step 1. I think step 1 is probably the first step that's probably the most misstep. I think when people get offended, they automatically go to, I don't know they go to step 3 or step 4, whatever. They go
to a step that's not even in there.
They just do their own little thing. And so we really hammered down. If you go back to part 1, we really hammered down on step 1. So go back, check out that video. We took it and we gave different scenarios. So I'm not going to redo that here. Then we said you go to step 2, where now if you believe that your brother didn't hear you the first time, then privately, now you bring 2 to 3 witnesses. We talked about how to get those 2 to 3 witnesses. We talked about making sure that these witnesses are true witnesses. So you just tell them, hey, come, I need you to witness a conversation between me and my brother. We have an issue and I need you to come and witness it. They should know the details before you bring them before the other brother or sister or whoever you're dealing with. You make sure you come, and now they're witnessing for the first time. They're hearing the altercations, what's going on right there, not because you had a side conversation or not that you go find people that you think is going to side with you. You're just looking for 2 brothers who are filled with the Holy Spirit, who are Torah, who's keeping the Torah and loves Yah. And those are the people you want to get to be a witness. And they come, and now they get to witness what you try to do in step 1. They're going to see step 1 repeated all over again. Go back, see what we were talking about. Pretty much just get a true witness. If it's somebody you've talked to already, we even talked about how to even deal with situations where, let's say somebody's telling you something, say, hey, brother, hey, I'm going to point you back. You need to go talk to your brother. And if you do need a second or third witness, don't call me, because I'm disqualified, because I'm privy to this information. I'm hearing it for the first time with you. Didn't get to see the other brother when, how he would have reacted. So I can't even be used anymore. So, but if you do need a second or third witness, the third witness, go find somebody else. Don't call me, because I got to accuse myself from this process. So, and then when we challenge people to do a 19, I think it's a 21 day. Today is the 15th day. Or I think, what day was that? What day did we do our show?
Yeah, so today would be 14 days, I guess. 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, yeah. So 14 days. And I wanted to see, did you guys, can we do a poll? How many people have have been offended within the 14 days when we brought this up? How many of you guys been offended, experienced any type of stuff, and you brought it to your brother or sister right away? I'm just wanted to know if anybody have had experienced that. If you could please, type in a 7. Type in a 7 if you guys tested that out and actually put that to practice. I'm just drinking a shake here, guys, but forgive me. I gotta feed my muscles. 7. I put in a 7. How did I put in a 7? Okay, hallelujah. I did. It actually happened. Deacon, did you do that for me?
Yeah, I put it in there from the chat.
How can you do that for me?
You can do it too, right in the
I can
program.
do it for you. I can do it for you?
No, we're on your channel.
Oh, that's why. Okay. I'm giving you guys a chance here, and I see 21 people here. If you like it, you guys please subscribe to the channel. I want to know how many of you guys was offended. Was anybody offended? No, I guess. And if you wasn't offended, put a 0 so that I know that you guys at least are paying attention to me right now. Man, everybody's slow here, huh? Maybe they're driving. Okay. Well, it's about being delayed.
Oh. I mean, there's a slight delay for sure, but
we got a new internet and everything going, right? Okay, Carla. IA5. Nope. So no one got offended. That's good. I mean, I can honestly say I got offended. No, it wasn't me. It wasn't somebody. Somebody did come to me. A brother came to me immediately. Immediately, we dealt with it. I think that conversation. I think we got it resolved, and we got the solution. And that conversation probably lasted maybe 2 to 3 hours. So see, look at practicing what I preach. Okay, Aaron. So this is a lot of people. Okay. Well, we got 7 more days. If you experience anything, I want to know. I want to know if you guys got, because I want you guys, we got to get taking advantage of this opportunity to be able to practice this stuff. The sister came to me the next day to clarify something she perceived. I said, you see, look at it. Sometimes it was a perception, something that was perceived. And I'm assuming because she came back, I bet you, Carla, was that resolved? Whatever she came back, did it end up getting resolved? I'm assuming it did, only because for that person to come back, the clarity came into play, resolved. It probably didn't have to go to step 2, but I don't know. Maybe Carl may have to. Maybe it was a step 2 situation. I don't know.
It's good.
It's a small straw here. Tell you,
I'm struggling.
I'm struggling here. See that? Yes, sir. Yep. Okay. Just where you guys know, I'm not a sir. I just want to put that out there for to take notice. I do not.
I've been talking to somebody lately.
I gotta say that for notice, bald notice, brother, bald notice. So I got to make sure I let you get. I'm an elder or brother. But anyway, yes, sir. It was resolved. Look at. I got offended right away. I dealt with it. I said, I'm not a sir. No, but it was not private. So no, I'm not offended. But anyway, hey, if people would just deal with it right away, you'll be amazed how things get resolved. And guess what? Now, she said a sister. So guess what? She just gained a sister, or they gained a sister, or however it went. That's what I'm talking about. If we could just do that, and that's not what's going on in Israel right now, and we need to get better. We need to get better. So anyway, so that's what we did in part 2. I appreciate you guys that did participate. Thank you so much for participating in the chat room. So let's move on here. So now we move into the 3rd step. So after you've done the first one, 101, that didn't work. Then you do 2. You bring 2 or 3 witnesses. Now the 2 or 3 witnesses see that, man, we saw a brother, didn't get resolved. Boom. Now you bring it to the assembly. Now, what does that look like? Does that mean that you call every single assembly member? Deacon, is that what we do? Do we got to call everybody from all walks of life, all four corners of the earth? You know, like how should it look like? I mean, I'm curious to see before we say anything. Like, what does people think? What does that mean, Deacon? What's your?
I think in my opinion, I don't think it has to do with like for example, I guess for straightway, using the straightway as the context, right? We wouldn't have to bring it to like all the straightway to the feast, right? Like something completely. If it's the situation that's under the jurisdiction of a certain community or fellowship, then it should be dealt with in those respective fellowship areas. You know, that's still the assembly. That's still the body of Christ. You know, it's still the gathering of the saints. So,
and then we have, and then obviously Yah has appointed, leaders. We have elders. We got teachers, pastors, things of that nature that can adjudicate these matters. And it's kind of cool when we do come together. And it doesn't mean that all the elders come together too. It just, you really just need, me and Deacon was just talking about, really you just need 2 to 3, And Yeshua said, where 2 or 3 are gathered, I am there. Now we know that Yeshua is in there. So, and it was talking about not necessarily in a form of prayer, but it was talking in the matter of when it comes to these type of situations you see in Matthew 18. So, I know sometimes I've been pulled to a lot of judgments since becoming an elder. And it's not, guys, I'm going to tell you, I don't go looking to be in these judgments, right? They say, hey, what are you doing? Hey, we need you in there. Hey, and when I'm coming in there, 90, and most of the time, I can't, most of the time, I don't know what I'm walking into. All I know is I'm going to have to judge a matter. And so I'm hearing it for the first time. I'm hearing the person who's offended. I'm hearing the person who was the perpetrator. I'm just listening to the thing, and I'm praying that the Holy Spirit will bring things to remembrance, the word, so that when I adjudicate, Father, give me the wisdom to be able to adjudicate this matter, just like He did for Solomon. When those 2 women came, and one baby was dead, the other one wasn't, and said, "That's my baby. That's my baby." And Yah gave Solomon the wisdom to be able to adjudicate that matter to come to a good end. We find out who the real mother was and who wasn't, Right. And so these things are very serious, not picking sides, or I'm gonna pick this person's side and this. And a lot of time I've even seen Pastor Dow himself do this, where they had to do with him accuse himself because he couldn't adjudicate the matter because they had to do. He was kind of a part of it, or the person was coming at him, and he couldn't judge it, so we had to judge it. I've seen that. So anyway, it just really comes down to
it makes me think about
hey, somebody saying volume is gone. So how are we doing on volume, guys?
Yeah,
are we good on volume, guys? Give us a 10 if we're good on volume. Guys, give us a 10. They're coming in. Okay, we got somebody. Carla said she got 10.
Must be a TJ thing.
TJ, it looks like it's you, TJ, my brother. TJ must be traveling somewhere.
A TJ thing. Yeah, I'm checking it on my phone. Here.
Somebody said 10-1. I don't know what 10-1 means. What's that?
10 audio, 1 video. I don't know. Or 10-4.
Oh,
10, I don't know.
Hey, Bernard, what do you mean? Brother Bernard, what do you mean by 10?
10 out of 10. He meant to say 10 out of 10.
Thank you, my brother. Woo! I'm about to say,
I thought it was like some code, 10-4 and 10-1.
10-1, like what?
That's a higher call.
Maybe say volume is good, content is shitty. I don't know. I don't know what he was saying. No, Bernard is listening. All right. So
I was thinking when you were saying that how Moses, because he was the one judging the people by himself.
Yeah.
And his father-in-law told him it's not wise, right? And so what did he end up doing? He chose great men, and some captains of 100, some captains of 50, some captains of 10, right, to deal with these issues. And then the more the issues that needed a higher attention, then to bring those up to Moses, So I think in the same way, depending on what the situation is, it might need to be brought to just a direct fellowship if it's local, and if it's something that's major, that needs to be, it's going to be taken up to a higher jurisdiction, more more elders involved, or even
And
pastors get involved.
sometimes at the feast, because
Yeah.
sometimes it's not always a high Shabbat. Some people may say, well, why this elder wasn't there or whatever. Well, sometimes elders are working who are in the area, but they're off at work, and you just find the elders who was available. And once you have a certain amount, I mean, pretty much once you have 3, but no less than 2. But if you have 3, 4, or whoever was involved or whatever the case is, you have enough, but you don't have
She
to have
was there.
every single elder. You don't have every single teacher, every single deacon to adjudicate the matters. We all, at the end of the day, we all men of Yah, fear Yah, and we are called to adjudicate matters on a regular basis on our respective places. So when we have to come together, adjudicate matters at the feast or things of that nature, everybody doesn't have to be there, but it is being brought to the assembly. And as an elder, as a fellow elder myself, I trust the people at Straightway Truth Ministry. I trust the pastors, the elders, the teachers, whoever adjudicated the matters. It doesn't even matter by name. And whoever is there, I believe that however the judgment came out, I trust that they made the right judgment. So but you could have situation where you do have bad judgment, where you have bleed. We've seen that in that one story in the Apocrypha. Susanna's situation. So, guys, at the end of the day, you know what I really trust? I trust Yah. I trust that the Holy Spirit is going to make things right at the end of the day. Whatever you do in the dark will come into the light. And so, I'm here today because Yah saved me. I was justly judged. I don't even know if I even got a proper judgment, but at the end of the day, Yah rescued me. And so I do have a high level of trust for the Most High Yah, because he saved me from something that I should have been dead. I should have been dead, and he rescued me. So I just trust Yah. He did it for David when he was dealing with Saul, and he became the same. He did it for Joseph with his brothers. So we got to get to the point where we truly trust the Most High Yah. So there's people who's been appointed to deal with these things. And maybe there's times I've actually seen it brought to the assembly, not just to leaders, but brought to the assembly. And then, there was one feast that was brought before everybody, you know what I'm saying? And so, but hey, Yah is good. So, but let's read 1 Corinthians 5, verse 12 to 13. Let's read. This is less of me, sorry guys, and more of the word here. It says, "For what have I to do to judge them also that are without? Do not ye judge them that are within, but them that are without, Yah judgeth. Yah judgeth. Therefore, put away from among yourself that wicked person." See, we don't get caught up in judging those who are out of Straightway Truth Ministry. We focus on those who are part of Straightway Truth Ministry. Those who are here have consented, have said that we're going to follow the doctrines here at Straightway Truth Ministry, led by Pastor Dow, and we want to be in this. I'm one of those people, and so we're here, and so we can't be worried about everybody that's out. I'm focused on the people who are in. Let Yah judge the people who's without, and focus on people who's within. And so that's the first thing. So we don't get caught up with what everybody else is doing. Now we may, use different, scenarios to kind of bring light to, and I always get on Christians, not that, I'm just showing Christianity, that the way they're using the word is not right. And so, but that's coming from there. But now I'm going to be more focused more on within. So anyway, what's the next one? What's the next passage here?
Ephesians.
We talked about this. Chapter 4, verse 26. Read.
"Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath."
Do you guys hear this? It says, "Be ye angry and sin not." So, guys, it didn't say don't be angry. You're gonna get angry. I mean, that's something triggers. We're human, right? Yah himself gets angry. So it's not a sin to get angry. I know people think like, well, man, you shouldn't get angry. Well, there's nothing wrong getting angry. But in your anger, you should not do what? sin not. Sin not. Don't sin in your anger. See, you have a propensity of sinning in your anger. Now your emotions running wild and you got to control. And let not the sun go down on your wrath. Too many, guys, I mean, Deacon, I've seen this too many times where people allow the sun to go down upon their wrath. We've seen a lot of this stuff right now happening to people who held their mouths, kept their peace, was upset, trespassed, and they said nothing. And by the time, guys, I hate, I'm going to go back because I got to put myself in the sword here so you understand where I'm coming from. I was with a person for 16 years, and I'm bringing this up to show you how quick it can happen. And we had this rule: be ye angry, but sin not. Let not your son, let not the sun go down on your wrath, right? Guys, 16 years, 8 babies. And when they left, right? I want to share this. When they left, there was no communication for 30 to 40 days. Right? 40 days, right? Do you know after the 40-day period, once we actually got to speak, finally got to speak, it was like I was talking to a stranger. And if I can give you a visual, I wish I could give you a visual, but I'm going to speak the visual. It was like every day that went by, Satan was able to go in and put a block of mason blocks. And every day that went by, he had time to put a wall between me and this person. And so by the time we tried to actually communicate, there was a huge wall built in that 40-day period. Didn't even recognize each other. I'm like, wow. And guess what? Yah wants unity. Satan wants to divide, scatter. So this is why it's very dangerous that when we upset, that we don't deal with it. It says it right here. You can even, there's even other passages that says the deacon can find it, that if you have an issue with, if you have an art with your brother, leave your gift. Some people say, well, I wanted to go to church and wanted to make sure I put God first. It says leave your gift at the altar. And first go be reconciled with your brother, then come back and give your gift. Are you guys hearing me? Reconciliation is very, very important to Yah. With these many bodies and everybody going kind of their own way and so stuff like this, unity, the way we're going to keep the unity is we got to be able to do what? We got to be able to learn how to deal with offense among believers. Yes, believers. Believers are going to have, when you have this many people coming together, there's going to be conflict. It is to be expected. And there is instruction. There's an instruction manual on how to deal with conflict amongst brethren who believe in Yeshua HaMashiach. And if we don't do what that Yeshua has given us, if we don't do what he's taught us, then we are going to end up falling away. Then we're going to end up sinning. So he say, be angry. He says, be angry, but sin not. See, then now your anger became sinful. Now it becomes sin because you did what? You let the sun go down on your wrath.
That's true. Now you're bitter.
Now you're bitter.
Yeah.
I remember one time, I did this one time. I remember one time I got into a fight with my wife at the time. And I said, I'm tired because I'm telling you, I will be the person, if you know me, I will usually deal with the situation one-on-one. But because it was probably the same issue, I said, I'm not saying nothing. I think that day I said, I'm gonna sleep on the couch. I said, I'm gonna sleep on this one. I'm gonna sleep this one off. Bro, Deacon. Are you hearing me, Deacon?
I'm hearing you.
Deacon, I need you guys' undivided attention.
I'm here.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is the first time I broke protocol. I broke protocol. I broke protocol and decided not to deal with my anger before the Sunday. I let the sun go down. I woke up and I felt worse than I did before I went to bed. I'm like, that it was so bad. I'm like, what? It put a bad taste to me. I said, never again will I ever intentionally go to sleep when I'm angry. And then start making me think, like, how does people do this? Like, how can you be offended and be angry and go to bed or let the sun go down on your anger and don't go deal with it? Man, it hurts. I can see why people get cancer. So I felt physical pain, not because I slept on the couch. I felt it was like in my stomach. Man, I can see why people get ulcer. I can see why people get breast cancer, some type of sickness, because instead of you confessing your faults to one another so you can be healed, you holding that in, that literally will make you sick. That's poison to the body, to the bones. Bitterness is a rotten, what does it say? Bitterness is a, huh?
There's a bitterness is rottenness to the bone, I think. Well,
Rottenness to the bone, yeah.
I'm misquoting it, actually.
I'm probably cool, but you guys know, I mean, if you can find that too. But bitterness will literally rotten your bones, like for real. Cancer. So, guys, I'm telling you, this is for your own sake. So now it's easy for me to say, when I forgive people, when I have to deal with people, I want to reconcile, because at the end of the day, I want to be reconciled with my master, my father, right? So these are stuff. I mean, have anybody? Let me ask you this. Let's do a poll. How many of you guys have ever held it in and did not held the offense? Did it make? I don't know if I can do a poll with this, but did it make you feel better or did it make you feel worse? So, is there a way you could put that in a poll?
Yeah,
I know. How would you put that in a poll?
Let's see.
I'm curious. Have you? Because I don't know how people do this. I know it hurt me. Maybe I'm sensitive. You know, I'm a man, but when it comes to holding that offense, it literally physically affects me. Like it makes me feel like, I don't know how people. I know people who can hold on to things for years, and then when they bring it out, when they do finally talk about it, it's like you would think it was yesterday it happened, and it could have been 15. It could have been 20 years. It could have been when they were freaking in the crib. I'm like, are you kidding me? You held on to that for that long? And you can see their face literally change, and you can see their face turn black and boom, boom, boom. So, guys, I'm telling you, man, this is spiritual. What's the poll? Will you have a poll?
Yeah, let me see.
I don't know how you said, but how many of you guys have held something at least once? Held it? Did it make you feel good? Was you able to sleep it off and felt good, or did you feel worse? Now, I never was the kind of guy that drank it off, because I wasn't a drinker back then. Still not. Am I a drinker? Would I be considered drinking now? Would I be in the status of social drinker, Shabbat drinker?
If there's a status right below social drinker, that'd be you, I guess.
Dang, I'm gonna get up there, bro.
Well, that's a good goal. I don't know if you want to shoot for that.
Well, now you put me. I didn't even make the Shabbat drinker. Dang, you did.
I mean, you don't drink every Shabbat, though.
Right below Shabbat.
If you don't drink every social gathering, you're not drinking. So I can't say you're a social drinker.
I'm a feast drinker. I am a feast drinker.
Okay, sure, yeah.
I'm a feast drinker. You got to give me that one. If Yeshua
can't, not a bad thing. That's a good
testimony. I can have a wine with Yeshua if he was to return. But anyway, guys, so you got that poll yet? Anyway.
Yeah. It's out. I'm trying to share it so you can see it.
Okay. So anyway, guys, yeah, put in that poll. I just want to know. Maybe it's just me, but I can't do it. I can't stomach bitterness. I cannot. That's why people always tell me, man, how can you always happy-go-lucky? Because I think I was designed to be happy-go-lucky. I cannot go around being angry. It's just like I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So I maybe I'm just not good at hiding it. And you're just gonna see it, on me, but it just hurts. It hurts. It hurts like hell. I mean, I can deal with a hit in the football. I can punch and stuff, but bitterness. Ooh-wee. What does it say right there? It says, if you held unresolved offense, was it painful? See, look at 100%. How many people voted? 11. See, So okay, it's not me. I never really asked the question before. I was just curious. I just thought, because the only reason why I'm asking, guys, because there are people that I know personally, like in my past, family members who can hold on to stuff for a long time, and you don't even. And I'm talking about towards you. I mean, towards me, and I'm like, how long have you been feeling this way? I didn't even know. I didn't even make. Sometimes you can't even remember what they're bringing up.
Right.
You
It's like
can't
this
even
whole,
remember to even, because it's so out of context. It's like, wow, I don't even remember that. And they remember like it was yesterday. And they held on to it. And then you wonder why they're sick, why they got so many type of health issues.
you know how you were making that example, Elder, about the person that you were with 16 years and how
Yeah.
you didn't recognize them, right? It made me think about just evil communication corrupts good manners.
Wow. Yes.
So
Yes.
they start acting different, and because they're not communicating anything positively about you, and it shows. They can't even treat you the same.
Yeah.
And
you see all these people leaving the ministry, right? And why are they leaving? Because of the stuff that we're talking about. These are the stuff that we're talking about. None of these people are doing what Yeshua says to do. All these people are cowards. And when I say cowards, they don't even have the decency to love their brother, to go to them and say this is what they fit. But they'll go to the YouTube and they'll put out all their offense. I'm saying, okay. I'm like, this is what I do now. When I see somebody, another one bites the dust, I sit here and ask myself, I just wonder. I just have one question. This is okay. You want to put this information, why he's leaving. Did he first do step one? 95% of the time, step one was not done. Then when I hear who they offended to, I go and ask them. I'll use Pastor because he's the one that's being attacked right now. I said, Pastor, did this brother, we just had another recent brother do the same thing. I said, did this brother come to you one-on-one and say, nope, can't even tell you what it's about. But I can tell Pastor what it's about because I can just watch his YouTube and find out everything that he had an opportunity, and boom. So you got 14 people. So they said, have you ever held unresolved offense and was it painful? You got one. See, okay, there's few people who have the ability to hold on. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to think like, man, when I saw people do that, I think like, man, I wish I could do that, man. Dang, you strong. But now that I'm older, I said, no, I'm glad I don't know how to do that, because those people who have the ability to hold it in, they end up having some type of health issues. I don't know too many people who are healthy and bitter. I can't think of one. Everyone that I know that has some type of unresolved offense or issues end up suffering in there. Either they could be overweight, they could either have some type. It's something. They be alcoholics, foodaholic, cancer, something. So, guys, I'm telling you, I give you strong warning to make sure if you have some unresolved issue, you need to go resolve it.
mm-hmm.
Go resolve it. That's where the healing of. Now you can put the devil to shame. But when it's all kept in, what he thinking this about me? He's thinking I'm like, even if it sounds stupid to me, I'm telling you, sometimes I think like I don't even care if I come off stupid. I am going to find a way to get back to my brother and resolve this issue, because I'm going to assume that my brother loved me because I love him and because y'all love us. And so I'm going to go back to my brother and I'm going to make sure I hear it from his mouth. He may say, no, it was a misunderstanding. Just like Carla said. She said that some sister came back and found out it was a misunderstanding. She perceived something. Perceive. Take heed how you hear. And then when you go back to that brother, you find out it's not just, okay, boom. Or that brother may, and this is rare. I've yet, it's rare. Let me think about it. It's rare to hear somebody say, yeah, that's what I think about you.
Whatever you perceive, that's right.
Yeah. Like, I have not experienced that yet. I'm not saying that can't happen. I'm just
saying, I said it.
Yeah. That's I said, okay. Now we can.
I know. Yeah, now we can do it.
And I won't stop there. I said, okay, now that this is how you feel, what do you want to get it worked out? I'm going to ask the brother. Let's you want to work this thing out, because I'm sorry you feel this way. What's going on here? Now, if it's something unreasonable, then I guess we're just going to be at odds, you know. But if it's something that we can get resolved, let's get it resolved, you know. Let's come together. Let's reason together.
Right.
You know, didn't y'all say that?
Oh yeah.
How can two walk together unless they what? Agree. So let's find a way to agree and let's get this thing resolved. So I want to use this as an example, guys. Like, so as we here in part 2, so how's it going to the assembly? It could either be a group of elders or leaders to adjudicate the matters. It could be the whole assembly. But when me and Deacon was doing the research on this stuff, I mean, Deacon, let's go. Let's read there. Do we have that?
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
Right? Matthew 18. Let's just go to the Matthew 18. So you guys, I've always heard the Matthew where 2 or 3 are gathered. It was always in the form of prayer or things of that nature. You know what? He's here, but this was actually mentioned in the context of dispute.
Yep.
Literally dispute. See, sometimes you hear it, but you can use it. It's also for prayer and fellowshipping and things of that nature. That's right. But this was mentioned in the context of dispute. Did you find it, or let me go there? Matthew 18.
No, I have it.
And I know you're doing things behind the scenes, guys.
No,
Deacon,
I'm just pulling
when you see Deacon not paying attention to me, he's not. See, because we've had issues. I had to bring this up to him. I told him I'm offended, and when I'm on the live stream and I want to, and you're not, I feel like you're ignoring me. What's going on? And he says, Elder, I'm doing a lot back here, So he's behind. He's the voice behind the. What's your say? What's your title?
Voice behind the scenes. Yeah.
Behind the scenes. He's literally behind the scenes. There's a lot. So there's a 2-man crew, and I'm just sitting here just talking, and he's out there, doing things. So when I call things up, I got in mind. So, but we worked it out. Deacon, did we work it out? We still here. See, look, we still doing it. I'm not doing. Where's Deacon? Me and Deacon not working together anymore. We done. You see, no,
right.
You know what? Because we had to work that out. See, we did that privately. See, we could talk about it, right, Deacon? We could talk about it all. Now, it was nothing like serious. I don't think it was ever serious. But I'll be like thinking, like, dang, like
it's a little ha-ha offense.
So let's read here. Let's go.
Where do you want to start?
Let's just start. 18. 18. Let's go.
Okay, so it's truly.
So start at 17 because that's what we was reading. So let's read that.
Okay,
17.
Okay, it says, and if he refuses to hear them, say it to the assembly. Now I'm reading from the.
Now, guys, after he reads this, I'm going to go in and I'm going to respond to Brother Robert, who's left the ministry. So I want to, because this is a perfect example. Another brother, it didn't have to happen, but he did everything wrong. He did exactly what the book says not to do, and that's why he's no longer part of Straightway at his own. He didn't get kicked out. He left on his own. And we're gonna address some of the things here. So I'm gonna address it, but I want Deacon to read this first. Read, Deacon.
And I'm reading from the Scriptures version here.
Yep, I like that. Yeah.
And if he refuses to hear them, say it to the assembly. And if he refuses even to hear the assembly, let him be to you like the nations and a tax collector.
Now, I can tell you what I think about tax collectors and the Gentiles. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't worry about them. Let Yah judge them. That's when you now say, hey, that's between him and Yah. Just let Yah judge him. I'm going to focus on those who are within.
Right.
Keep reading.
Truly I say to you, whatever you bind on earth shall be having. Oh, excuse me. I'm in King James mode here. Whatever you bind on earth shall be having been bound in heaven, and whatever you loosen on earth shall be having been loosened in heaven.
So whatever you bind here on earth is going to be bind in heaven, and whatever you loosen on earth is going to be loosened in the heavens. So, guys, when we consent to all these different things, to our feelings, emotions, whatever you binding and things of that nature is happening in the heavens too. But this is why he says, keep going. Let's finish.
Right. This is showing delegated power given to the saints here to adjudicate matters.
So understand what we're doing, brothers, sisters. What we're doing here on earth is also happening in the heavens. If you don't forgive, it's going to be up there too. Read again.
Again, I say to you that if two of you agree on earth concerning any matter,
Any matter. Read.
that they ask, it shall be done for them by my Father in the heavens.
Keep going.
For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in their midst.
Keep
going.
reading. Read the whole thing up.
And Peter or Kepha came to him and said, Master, how often shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Up to 7 times? Yeshua said to him, I do not say to you up to 7 times, but 70 times 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this, the reign of the heavens is like a certain man, a sovereign who wished to settle accounts with his servants. Do you want to go ahead and read the parable?
No, just the okay. This is the long. Okay, I didn't see this,
but it's all within the context.
Okay, it's on. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the let me see the subtitle. I was waiting for the subtitle, but it's not.
Oh, this one. Oh yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No problem. Yep. So anyway, guys, so where 2 or 3 gather. So we came back and saying, hey, this is where 2 or 3 are gathered. So it's in the same context, guys. So he's there. He's watching how we are doing things, how we adjudicate matters, and so. We're expected to be Yah's children. We are expected to be resolved this stuff. Matter of fact, let's go to 1 Corinthians 6. I just want to show you again. This is another thing that Yah expects us to do here. 6:1. Yep.
Go ahead and read.
Yep.
Should any of you holding a matter against another go to be judged before the unrighteous and not before the set apart ones?
You see, so guys, it's like saying, we shouldn't be going to the judges. We should be able to go to somebody who's in Israel, not to the Gentiles, not to the heathens, to the unrighteous. Read.
Do you not know that the set apart ones shall judge the world? And if the world is judged by you, are you unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
So when it comes to smallest matters, we should be able to judge these matters because we have the law written on our hearts. It's written on our minds. So we should be able to listen and be able to really adjudicate the matters. So if we can't do it, then man. So anyway, we can stop there. But let me go to this thing here. So we had a brother recently leave, right? Another one bites the dust, and I'm listening. I did listen. I wouldn't recommend listening to it, but it was put on my table, so I had to listen to it. Pastor was going to comment on it, so just to educate myself on what's going on. But man, the man told on himself. I mean, he said one of the things he said was that he not only listened to what Pastor Dow was saying, and something else. But he also went to go listen to the other side. This is a brother, went to go listen to the other side and went to go listen and watch all of Pastor Rufus' videos. Listen, and he got bit. I'm telling you. I mean, and when somebody is being marked, guys, and if we in leadership are telling you that someone has been marked, you need to use discipline to cut these people off. We're telling you they're marked because we're commanded, or at least being instructed that we need to mark those who cause division. You got to trust who Yah has put over you. You got to get to the point where you trust Yah. Look at the manner of our life. You get to tell you, look at the manner of our life. Look at the things we teach and look how we live our life. And so when somebody's being marked, it's for the protection of the body. And so you start listening to that stuff, that thing will start doing some crazy, wicked things in your mind. Satan, you're just giving Satan a foothold in how to mess with your mind. And he literally acknowledges that he listened to both sides. He went to go ahead. He didn't do what everybody did. He actually did his own thing and went to go listen to someone who was marked. A lot of the people that are leaving is because they didn't follow the instructions. And we're seeing that. You're starting to see all the people, what you do in the dark is going to come. See, he didn't tell anybody, hey, guys, I'm listening to How can you go and say, I'm gonna, hey, I don't care what Pastor said. I'm gonna listen to Pastor Rufus. Or I'm gonna watch his video. I'm gonna get the other side. He went to go do it in the dark, and now it's manifested stuff that he was never with us. Never with us. So let's go to Romans chapter 16. Let's just go through this real quick. Romans chapter 16, verse 17 and 18. Read.
Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions.
See, when somebody's being marked, these are the people that we have deemed as a group is causing division and offense. Read.
And offenses contrary to the doctrine
Or
which
teaching.
ye have learned.
Which you have learned. Exactly. Read.
And avoid them.
Avoid them. See, when you don't take heed to what we're saying and you don't avoid them, you're going to get bit. And when you get bit by a poisonous snake, you're going to be impacted. You're going to be affected. Read 18.
For they that are such serve not our master, Yeshua, but their own belly, and by good words of fair
Good
speeches,
words and fair
speeches deceive the hearts of the simple.
So there you have it. So you got people. These people, if they've been marked, we have now seen and adjudicate the matters and see that these people do not serve the Messiah. They are wolves in sheep clothing, and they're looking to devour whoever is going to be vulnerable to this stuff. So we tell you, don't stick your head in there. Don't stick your head. It's just like the curiosity killed the cat. Is that the same? Is that the same?
Yeah, that is the same. Yeah.
Yeah, curiosity. So you was curious. I'm curious. I'm curious. What is it that he wants to say? You go listen, and then boom. This is why we tell people don't listen. Not because we don't want you. I mean, true. We have to listen to it because we in a leadership role. I wish I didn't have to listen to it. They told me, I was like, great. Keep on moving. So here at Straightway Praising, we tell people now we have a system. When somebody's been marked, we tell them, take them off your Facebook, block them in every situation, remove them. Don't any feed come up. Tell them, do not suggest these things anymore. Boom. And guess what? It's so much more peaceful. You wouldn't even know it's all going on. Then somebody new comes up, poop, they pop up. Oh, there's another new one. Cut that person off. It's not good. But this person literally admitted why he's thinking the way he's thinking. So now he's looking at whoever he's offended with an evil eye. This is stuff that Yah hates. And now you have all these issues. You have all these things bouncing in your head. He literally tells you all the stuff that's bouncing in his head. And it's all coming from because of his disobedience. His disobedience. He's in the situation he is. He's quitting the situation he is because of his disobedience. Because he's not faithful. And then he wants to tell everybody else how to be like him. Be unfaithful. Yeah. What is it? Read 1 Corinthians. Is it 1 Corinthians 5:11? Read that. We're going to do it real quick. Hold on. Is it right here? Oh, yeah, right here. Yeah, go to 2 Thessalonians 6:14.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's actually I miswrote it, but it's 6:14. So I'll read 6:14 here.
Okay.
Yes, sorry, 3:14. It's 3:14.
3:14. Okay.
It's chapter 6 doesn't exist. So
okay.
And if any man obey not our word by this epistle, note that man.
Note that man. Mark that man. So if they're not listening to what to the words of this epistles, note that
man and have no company with him, that he may be ashamed.
That he may be ashamed. Guys, this is part of love. As leaders, this is when we mark somebody, we're not doing this to be hateful, to be mean. We're doing this out of love because we need to change it and hoping that it'll probably bring them back in the right humility, in the right way. It's for their good. This is how Yah has ordained things. Read.
Yeah, I'm going to read the next verse.
Yeah. Does it stop before? Oh, so no. Okay. Go to 1 Corinthians 5:11. That's what you be doing behind the scenes. You see, guys, that's what you be doing.
But now I have written unto you not to keep company, if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator
Mm-hmm.
or covetous,
Covetous.
or
There's a lot of people coveting what pastor had to go.
or an idolater,
Mm-hmm.
or a railer,
Bully. Mm-hmm.
or a drunkard,
A drunkard.
or an extortioner, which such a one know not to eat.
Don't even eat with these people. Stop eating off of these people's table. That's what these people are doing. You guys, when you eat off of these people who have been marked, you're going to be poisoned. You're going to be poisoned. So disobedience took out another brother. Now he sounds just like the people who's left. So you can tell that instead of him staying true to the doctrine and the teachings here that we're doing here at Straightway Truth Ministry, which they came to it. The same teaching that they heard when they came to is the same teaching that's going forth right now. I'm telling you, right now, nothing has changed. You can listen to Pastor now. You can listen to Pastor 7 years ago, 8 years ago. You can put up the old video. You can put Pastor in an old video right now, put it on. I can close my eyes and I would be thinking he's talking today because that's how much he stayed true to the word. It's the people who's changing, right? Let's go to Acts. Let's go. Did not follow the blueprint. Let's go to Acts chapter 2. So here's the saying that came out of Brother Rob's mouth. That, hey, there's life after Straightway. You know, yes, there's life. Enjoy it. Fill your cup. But somebody has to fill the prophecy that we see in this book. What does it truly means to put your hands on the plow and not look back? What does that look like? If somebody tell me, what does it look like to put your hands on the plow and look back? Because those who do that are not fit for the kingdom. Those who don't persevere when things seems bleak, when things doesn't seem like, man, it's not going to be successful, and you don't push through it, and then you quit. What does it look like today? Does it not look like what we're seeing today? Or this is an isolated situation. This situation is what they call it? Above. I always say a word. You're I can't even think of the word. What's I'm
trying to follow.
You're exempt. You exempt from this. You can do this, and it does not mean that. No, not you. So all these people that are leaving, they're leaving. Listen, they actually comes out of their own mouth. They're leaving. What are you leaving? What are you leaving? You are leaving something. That's coming out of your mouth. So I think he says something like this. He says, "I'm not leaving Yeshua. I'm not leaving Yeshua. I'm going to be in a different location. But I'm not going to be a part of this group anymore. I'm going in a different location." So let's read Acts.
Then they that gladly received his word were baptized.
See?
And the same day there were added unto them about 3,000 souls.
3,000 souls. Everybody, look how many people came. Thousands of people. Woo! Okay. Did they do their own thing? Read.
And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine.
They continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine. When you look up steadfast, what does steadfast come out to be? Did we look that up?
Yeah, I think that was like perseverance, right?
Perseverance. What do we find out what perseverance means?
We gotta look it up here.
You got people. See, I'm not gonna pay this guy no attention, but I am going to.
What's that? Oh,
this brother.
Oh, yeah. Did you do that? Okay.
Yeah, I did that. I'm cutting these people off. You don't need to listen to these people. These are the people that are wolves. This brother, he's not even a brother, but this dude comes on here and continues to do it so he can go build up his channel. That's what he goes and do. So look what it says for steadfast. We looked this up.
All right. So steadfast is to adhere to one, be his adherent, to be devoted or constant to one, to be steadfastly attentive unto, to give unremitting care to a thing, to continue all the time in a place, to persevere and not to faint,
Not to faint. You got to push through. Go.
to show oneself courageous, to be in constant readiness for one wait on constantly.
I saw one word, when things don't even look successful, you keep persevering, pushing through. So what does that look like? Is this what Yah wants us to do? We get to a difficult situation and we quit. Is this what Yah wants us to do? Is quit when it gets tough? Flee the sinking ship. This is what people are saying. Flee the sinking ship because it looks bleak. It looks unsuccessful. Everybody's leaving. I'm going to leave. Come on. Somebody's got to fit this book. All right, keep going back to the reading. But look at, so they received the word, but they say, hey, I'm leaving straightway, but I'm not leaving Jesus. Okay, let's see. Let's read Acts. Read. So those are the baptized. They continue steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine. Look behind the word doctrine, teaching. And it says, and means to add. That means it wasn't just the apostles' doctrine and then they did their own thing. Nope. They're not only steadfast in the doctrine, they also did what?
Fellowship.
They did things together. They had things in common. Go look behind these words if you don't believe me. Test me. Test everything I'm saying. Don't just take go test it. Go look behind doctrine, teaching. Go look behind fellowship. This is what we're doing here at Straightway, fellowship. So now you just do, I got the doctrine. I can just sit in my home and just do that. No, they fellowship together. Do we have that? Good. What does it say?
For the word fellowships. Fellowship, association, community, communion, joint participation, intercourse, the share which one has in anything, participation, intercourse, fellowship, intimacy, the right hand as a sign and pledge of fellowship, a gift jointly contributed, a collection, a contribution as exhibiting an embodiment and proof of fellowship.
See, when we got people come and visit, they can see we are fellowshipping. They can see the love we have for Yah and the love we have for one another, the way we move, the way we operate. But now say, I'm just doing my own thing. I haven't left Jesus. I'm just no longer a part of that assembly. But I'm still steadfast. Steadfast in what? Now you got people going off and doing their own thing. You know what I wish all these people do? I wish they would get together, or I wish that they would start their own thing. And I want to see how they do it. I would love to see the perfect church. All these people that are accusing that we're not doing it right. I would love to see what it looks like when they do it right. I would love. Please show us how to do it. Teach us. But they're not going to be able to do it. You know why? Because they're going to attract, just like shit attract flies. I'm just using the analogy, okay? Just like shit attract flies, guess what? They're going to attract the same type of people. They're going to attract people who's going to be excited in the beginning. Woo, man, we did it. We left Straightway. There's life after Straightway. And then they're going to try to live life together. They're going to try to fellowship. They're going to try to do those things. And guess what? They're going to quit too. You know why? Because that's what they do. They don't persevere. They quit when it gets tough. When things get tough, that's when they quit. They only want to be in it when everything is successful. But when shit hits the fan, that's when they want to bail. Do you want that type of person going to battle with? I'll use football term because I've never been in a war type of battle. But I sure wouldn't want to go with somebody on the football field or any type of thing and not have somebody that's going to have my back. You're going to bail, go AWOL because it got tough. Come on. Somebody got to fit it. These are the type of people, I'm telling you, if you want to know what it looks like to be not fit for the kingdom of Yah, look at the people leaving. Those people are not fit for the kingdom of Yah. Yep. People say, well, it's just, hey, No one told you to come the straight way. You came. We don't recruit people. We're not on the streets giving pamphlets to say, come and join us. You came on your own free will. You said that Yah led you here. You said that. And now the same Yah that led you here, the same Yah that's leading you out, bullshit. Straight up. You have no endurance. You're a coward. You're faint-hearted. And those people, there's a place for you. There's no curse. It's just facts. You can read it. Those who are faint-hearted, those are people, the lake of fire. I don't have a hell to put anybody in. Man, if you right, I will love. We will find out. If you right, I want to see you do it right. But I bet you it's not. Whoo! Is that everything? Keep reading. No, they broke bread. Did you get to that part? Read.
Yep. No, not yet. And in breaking bread and in prayers.
And in prayer. Are we in prayer? I know we break bread. Are we in prayer? See, if you were in prayer, truly in prayer for one another, there's no way the Elohim of Israel would tell you to leave your brother. It says, go and get your brother. I think, yeah, man, what he did for Peter. Peter denied him 3 times. 3 times he denied Yeshua. 3 times he denied it before the rooster crowed. And he went back. Says, Peter, do you love me? Asked him 3 times, do you love me? He said, feed my sheep. Thank God that Yeshua did say, I'm done with Peter. You see, Peter, he denied me 3 times. 3 times he denied me. I'm done with Peter. Woo, man, I think, yeah, that Yeshua didn't have the type of spirit of these people that are leaving the ministry. Did you even do that? Pastor, do you love me? Pastor, do you love me? I bet you they can't even do that because there's no love in them. Because because they have fear. Perfect love casts out fear. They're not made truly, they don't have the spirit of Yah in them. Look at Yeshua, he told us how to do it. See, he was in the ministry of reconciliation. He went back to Peter, denied him 3 times. What's worse? The stuff you guys accusing Pastor doing? Peter denied Jesus 3 times. 3 times. How come he still end up being an apostle? Didn't Yeshua tell his apostles that, did I not choose you? And one of you are a devil. It wasn't Peter, but Peter denied him 3 times. 3 times he denied him. Let's keep going here. So, guys, I think we read through. Are we finished?
Yeah,
that?
that's okay. Yep, that one's done.
So now let me tell you something. So now people say, okay, all these people is leaving. That means Straightway must be doing something bad. Pastor Dow must be doing something bad. We're turning a blind eye because Pastor Dow's doing that. Guess what, guys? I'm going to tell you. A lot of people, okay, there's a lot of people leaving. Hey, okay, I'm not leaving. I don't see anything that's going wrong. The one thing I see wrong is that people are not loving. That's what's going on. We do a lot of good things, but we lack love for Yah. And a lot of people are lacking love for the man of Yah, Pastor Dow. I don't know what you have a man who sacrificed life for 30 years. 30 years he sacrificed his life. And then when it comes, but no one loves him. You just want him to do love, 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 give. But no one wants to love the man of Yah. If you guys want to truly be mad at Pastor Dow and the home that he lives in, then blame me and blame people like me who's donated for him and his family to live in that home. Blame me. Am I wrong? Did I use my sweat equity to donate? And here at Straightway Praise for us to use our sweat equity to donate and be a blessing to Pastor Dow. Are we that wrong? Are we wrong for doing that? We earned it. Do we not have a right to bless our pastor? I used to do it in Christianity for something that was unrighteous, and now I get to give it to a man who's literally living a righteous living, and I can't be a blessing to him. And now I'm only being a blessing to him. And when I say me, I'm talking about all the Straightway Praise Land. But we want to be a blessing to our shepherd. Not only are we being a blessing to him, we're being a blessing to Israel, because guess what? There's going to be 3 or 4 other homes being opened up now. We killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We hear blessed in this situation. Boom, that opens up a home for a pastor and his family. And boom, now that opens all the homes where pastors at. So are we wrong? So why you guys get mad at Pastor Dow? Why don't you just get mad at me? I can't help it that I live in a 30,000 square feet home before I came into the ministry. Forgive me for one thing. I want Pastor to live good. He should get double honors. I just wanted him to live better than me. Pastor literally came to my house the first time to check out the matter between me and my ex-wife. And he looked at me, and I'm saying, Pastor, do you not want to hear her testimony? Because man, everybody believes her. She started dropping tears. Everybody, maybe I'm starting to believe maybe I am wrong. Don't side with me now. He said, whoa. He said, let me ask you something. He said, I'm in your house. He said, this is your house, right? I'm in your house. Is you know that room you got me in? What is that? That's where I put my guest. He says, your guest house. This is what Pastor told me. First time I met him, he says, your guest house is better than my house. That's what he told me. I don't know. So in his mind, he's thinking, if this is how you treat your guests, I can only imagine how you treated your family. That's all he was doing. He was just saying, okay, if this is how he's treating his guests, I can only imagine that what he's doing for his family is even better. I can see you have sons and daughters. You have a bunch of sons and a daughter. I've seen all the family pictures throughout the house on the walls. So it's clear that you're a family man. So I can't say you wasn't giving her conjugal rights. So I didn't even know what he was doing at the time. He's looking at, am I providing food, shelter, conjugal rights? He can see I'm doing the shelter because he sees the house. He can see I'm doing conjugal rights because obviously to have 8 babies, we got to be doing something. We got to be dwelling together. We got to be having sex because babies don't just pop out like this. Only one time baby popped out and there was no sex going on. So that's what he was doing to evaluate what kind of man I was, to see what type of my character was or whatever. And then he asked me a simple question. Did you ask your wife to be at this meeting? I said, yes. He says, she's the one that's in error. I've never heard somebody judge my wife that quick, to make a judgment like that. Usually they got to hear a sob story. She starts crying and boom, it's off for the races. I'm done. I'm guilty as hell. So now I'm going back. Now I'm seeing how the ministry is operating. I see where Pastor lived. Okay, I get it. I see why he said that. I mean, it is better. I mean, it just, but for Pastor, that was an upgrade. He went from a deplorable, I think, where he used to live in the trailer, and then he got an upgrade. So he was content. He wasn't complaining. It wasn't even a complaint. Pastor never asked, can you build me a house? Pastors never asked me for money. He's only asked me for a loan. One time pastors asked me for a loan. One time since I've been in this ministry. And he paid it back in light speed. I'm talking about, as I couldn't even, usually I'm keeping track, like, okay, I wonder when he's going to pay me back. I got people right now who's left the ministry who owe me money. And I'm here wondering if they're going to pay me back or not. Pastor was boom, boom, was on top and so fast. I lost track. I had to go back and check my notes. He was paying me so fast, I couldn't even keep track. Never done before. I've never experienced that in Christianity. I've never experienced that with anybody. Pastor's the first person I've ever paid, and he paid me back fast. And I'm not talking he paid one lump sum, came back to test me. He actually needed the money to go do something, and his money come in, boom, put 5, 10, boom, 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 worked out. I think it was $60,000. Got that back to me within 3 months. He said it was going to be short. He just needed for this right now because he wanted to close on this land. I said, okay, Pastor. Boom, gave it to him. And so now, in the kindness of my heart, I want to be a blessing. So we got the walls. Then we got brothers who can build, do framing. We got our brothers here who can do framing. Then we got brothers who can do plastering. We donated the elevator for pastor. Is that wrong? Tell me, put a poll in it. Am I wrong that we here at Straight Red Praise Man wanted to bless Pastor Dow with a nice home? Are we wrong? We're living better than Pastor Dow. Are we wrong that we wanted to give him a nice home for him and family? And I think the home that he built is too small too. He's going to outgrow that one real quick. You watch. Then when he builds another one, everybody can say, oh, shoot, look at it. Man, how can he help that Yah's blessing him with many houses, mothers, children, land? Are we wrong? Tell me. I want to know, because stop getting mad at Pastor Dow for the house he has when it's us who's the one that's funding it. And there's other people. You got Michael Israel. He's putting in labor, putting all of the what you call it, the wiring for the home. You got other saints who's donating. I'm assuming I'm not the only one, but I'm putting, since Pastor put me out there, and I'm not one to go and brag about what I've done, but I'm thinking like, dang, I'm starting to feel bad. Like, dang, Pat, I'm sorry for putting you in a bad light. I didn't know that this many people hate you. I'm thinking, I thought this was going to inspire people to say, man, we should take care of our shepherd. But dang, it sounds like everybody wants you to live in a freaking deplorable condition and never experience any type of blessing here on earth. Man, should I apologize? Man. TJ bought chairs for Straight. I'm like, TJ, why'd you buy all those chairs, all those nice Shaquille O'Neal chairs? You think that, but they'll say Straightway, look at Straightway's wasting money on all the chairs. TJ, I'm putting TJ out there on blast. Get mad at brother TJ too. Why did he go buy those chairs? He's just saying, man, I saw the chair they were sitting in. It's like, dang, he just wanted to just be a blessing. But now look like what we're doing is a bad thing. And now pastor is just being persecuted because we have decided to be a blessing to the man of Yah, because he was such a blessing to us in our life. And I'm gonna be honest, what we have done for Pastor Dow is the least. It's the least. Whatever the leastest you can get to is the least we could ever do for what he gave us. It's the least. I don't even think it's even worth even bragging about. But man, dang, everybody's mad at Pastor Dow. Get mad at us. Kabir, why are you giving all that money to Pastor Dow? Why don't you give the money to other states who don't have running water? I'm like, I'm sorry. I just want to be a blessing to the man of Yah. Can I first take care of him? Once he gets taken care of, but look at me taking care of him is going to free up 3-4 other homes. But everybody wants to get on Pastor Dow. Well, if you want to stop getting on, get on me. Get on people here at Praise Land, because we're the one that's doing that for him. That house is going to be finished regardless who wants to give. We're going to make sure. I'm going to personally, here at Straightway Praise, we're going to personally make sure that house gets finished, with or without anybody. And we're going to be, I hope I can be there to be able to see Pastor and his family go into that home and enjoy that home. I hope I get to spend one night there, and I don't even have to. Shoot, it'd probably be so full, there won't be no room for me. They got to put me in one of the guest rooms. That's okay too, because I didn't do it for that reason. But it will be a joy to be able to see Pastor Dow and his family in that new home. Dang, you guys, I just didn't know. I mean, I didn't know that there's this much hate, but I shouldn't be surprised. Because when you look at John 15, go to John 15. Let's go to John 15. This is what's happening. See, because Pastor Dow is following the Most High Yah, and because he's following the example of Yeshua HaMashiach, he's experiencing the same type of hate that Yeshua experienced. Let's go read John 15. I'm going to read this one. It says, if the world hate you, this is Yeshua saying, if the world, see, Pastor, this is for you, Pastor Dow. If the world hates you, if you being hated on, Pastor, you know that it hated me, not me, Yeshua saying this, before it hated you. See, what pastors experience, he's experienced what Yeshua experienced. If you were of the world, Pastor, if you were doing the things of the world, if you was going to P. Diddy parties and doing all these wicked stuff, man, they will praise you, Pastor. They will love you. Like the T.D. Jakes and the Creflo Dollars and all these people who don't even do not even an ounce of what you do for the kingdom. They will love you. They don't call these people cults. They don't call them fraudsters and all these people who freaking taking advantage of the people. And the world will love his own. But because you're not of the world, Pastor, but you were chosen out of the world, therefore the world hates you, Pastor. This is exactly what happened. See, Yah put it on my heart to say, man, be a blessing to that man. Look at all the people you gave it to. See, Pastor never asked me to do this stuff. And now we can put an elevator in his home. Yep, we put an elevator in his home. Pastor says, okay, hey, Pastor didn't refuse it. Was Pastor wrong for accepting a gift? Accepting the gift. And now we just found out, guess what? Not only his women going to be there, his mom is going to be able to move in there. And she's an elderly woman. So now she's not just stuck in one part of the house. She can actually go upstairs because there's an elevator that can take his mom upstairs and she can go see her grandchildren. Boom, what's up with that? Is that wrong? Is that wrong? Is that wrong? Was I wrong? Have I trespassed against all of Israel? Have we trespassed against the Most High Yah because we chose to be a blessing to our pastor? They can talk to me. Maybe am I missing something?
No, not at all. I mean, I don't see the issue. I mean, I think everybody wants
to believe it. People say, why, Pastor? Well, blame me. I'm sorry. Am I supposed to say I'm sorry? Am I supposed to come out here and do an apology tour and say I'm so sorry for helping Pastor have a nice home? And it's not all of us. There's other people that participated. But I know we put in a lot of sweat equity and money into that home. And it's not just for that, but it's going to be a benefit to all of Israel with the homes. We bought the walls to put to do the what you call it, form concrete walls, form walls that all of Israel can use. You don't have to go rent it. It's right there. We bought a whole bunch. We used Pastor's house to determine what we were going to buy. And we thought, like, man, this could be now used for any place in Israel. But man, what I thought was a blessing has now become, it looked like it's become a curse.
Can I read this real quick?
I rebuke that, but
can I read this real quick, Elder?
Please read it.
Proverbs 10:22 says, "The blessings of Yah, it maketh rich, and he addeth no sorrow with it."
There you have it. There you have it. See, I don't regret what I've done, but I'm just trying to make a point here. What is going on? Where is the love for our shepherd? He labored in this vineyard for 30 plus years. We are benefactors of what he's been doing. I'm a benefactor. I'm a benefactor. This house could have been wasted. I built a 30,000 square feet home for my family, for the Christian community. And then all of a sudden, boom, the carpet was pulled from underneath me. Everything exploded right before my very own eyes. And I'm just sitting here in this house all by myself. Now I got to put it on the market. And it takes a long time for a house like this to sell. And because of Straightway Truth Ministry, because of the blueprint that Pastor Dow has taught us about community, now the house is so full. We are now outgrown this house. The house has become too small even for us now. Am I making this up, Deacon?
No, we definitely.
Now we can get funky and really max it out more. We got a gym. We can start freaking doing a FEMA camp. We can start putting cots in the gym, but that's not what it was designed for.
Yeah.
So we can, exactly. But I'm talking about to stay here comfortably. This house has been maxed out, and it's been a joy for me to see that the house that I built from the ground up is being fully utilized. Fully utilized. No waste. No waste. Am I making that up, Deacon?
No, it's
every inch of this house is literally being used for the kingdom of Yah. for
ministry purposes.
For ministry.
Yep.
Literally, from wall to wall. I'm thankful that my sweat equity did not go to waste, that I was able to use it for Yah's people. I wake up in the morning and say, Father, thank you so much for allowing me to wake up this morning to be able to serve you and to serve your people. Praise Yah. And all I wanted to do is see my pastor live in a nice home for him and his family, his growing family. That's all. And now he's being persecuted, accused of something. I don't even know what he's being accused of. So if you want to blame the house, blame majority on me. Please blame me. Maybe I'll give you a nice apology, but come to me and tell me why you built that for him and you didn't build it for me. Maybe we can have a conversation. Maybe the offense should be with me. Let Pastor do what he needs to do for the kingdom of Yah. He's been a blessing to me, and he's been a blessing to thousands of people beyond me. And I know I'm not the only one that helped with that house. I know I'm not the only one. And our community is not the only community that helped with that house. But I know we played a huge part in that. Man, my goodness, the hate is real. So what do I want to say? Just because people are leaving this ministry does not mean that there's something wrong with Pastor Dow or there's something wrong with Straight with Truth Ministry. That's why I'm still here. And I don't plan on going anywhere because Yah brought me here. You quote me. Quote this, cut it out, put it in there. Yah brought me to Straightway Truth Ministry led by Pastor Dow. You can cut. I don't know what the marker is going to be, 126. You mark it, cut it out, save it, put it somewhere. You'll probably never have to use it ever again. But just in case, boom, I said it. Because I don't plan. I'm going to persevere I'm going all the way to the end. I'm going to the kingdom. I'm going to scratch, crawl. I'm going to do everything in my power to save myself from this untoward generation. And this generation is wicked. But let me show you that this is not the first time. What's happened to Pastor Dow is not the first. It's to be expected when you follow the footstep of Yeshua. Where are you?
John 6:16.
Go to John 6. This is Yeshua. Read.
Many, therefore, of his disciples, when they had heard this,
many taught ones of Yeshua. This is Jesus. He had no place to rest his head. He had no house. He had no hole like a fox. He had no nest. And even Yeshua, I'm telling you, it's utterly amazing to try to please people. I learned real quick after dealing with my ex-wife. I am not going to be living my life trying to make man or woman, especially a woman, but man or woman happy. You can't make them happy. I don't care how much money. I don't care how much love you give them. People are just selfish and just ungrateful. Ungrateful. I'm done. I'm only a Yah pleaser. That's why I live my life to please the Most High Yah. But even Yeshua, you can't get any perfect. Pastor Dow can't even say he's like Yeshua. I can't say that. This is, if you're looking for perfection, you can't get better than Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. You can't get better than that. And look what happened to Jesus himself. What did he do wrong? He didn't have a house. He didn't have a car or a chariot. And even Yeshua himself couldn't even stop people from leaving him. So does that mean Jesus did something wrong too? I mean, if anything, Pastor is not probably doing it hard enough, because Jesus got killed, persecuted, crucified. For what? He wasn't even married. He didn't have to worry about child support. He didn't have a wife. He was single. You would think for like, man, his whole life was to do the will of the Father. His meat was to do the will of the Father. Not my will, but his will be done. And he still got in trouble with the system for speaking truth. And it was so hard, it cut so hard that they wanted to see him dead, like we're seeing today. You don't want to see your pastor in a nice home. You rather see him in a card box or something. And then I bet you all these people that left will be more happy to see Pastor Dow in a tent and a cardboard. Him and his whole family. And everybody else is living good, but Pastor Dow just in the cardboard. I bet you that would be more enjoyable for them. I'm sorry, not on my watch. As long as I'm here, Pastor's going to live a good life. He's going to live a good life here on earth and in the heavens. Because he speaks truth and he lives it. Let's read. This is Jesus. Let's see what happened to Jesus. Come on, perfect Jesus. I'm not here to mock. I'm just saying, let's see Jesus. Let's see what happened to Yeshua in this one. What did he do wrong? Let's go. Many, not few, many. That's a lot of people. A lot of people. Read.
Many, therefore, of his disciples, when they have heard this, said, "This is a hard saying. Who can hear it?" When Yeshua knew in him that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, "If this offend you..."
Whoa. So they murmuring at Jesus? How can you murmur at Jesus? Is so perfect. I mean, Joel Osteen don't have people murmuring at him. Are you telling me Joel Osteen is more? Because Joel Osteen church is, I mean, it's big. I mean, people can go shooting in his church and they still keep coming. T.D. Jakes could be at P. Diddy's party and they still coming. But Pastor Dow builds himself a house. Not even as big as these guys that we just talked about. And now, look at, but let's see. Maybe Jesus is going to show us how to do it right, Jesus. Because whatever has happened to Jesus is going to happen to us. Read.
Oh, I lost my spot here.
His disciples murmured. Start there. Jesus knew. When Jesus knew. Verse 61.
Sorry, I have 3 tabs open here. 1 second. Sorry.
I know. See.
Doth offend this. When Yeshua knew in himself that his disciples murmured at it, he said unto them, "Doth this offend you? What and if ye shall see the Son of Man ascend up where he was before? It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life." I think it's supposed to jump to 67, right? Or something.
Yes, 66. Go to 66 and 67.
From that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
Listen, how many?
Many.
It says from that time, because he was speaking hard to people, got offended. So Jesus spoke and he offended. Come on. I mean, I wonder what Brother Robert would say. What would Pastor Rufus say to Jesus? Hey, Jesus offended? All these people that's wondering about, people are hurting. People are hurting. Well, Jesus was hurting people too back then. He was hurting them with his words. Go back to verse 60. Look, you talk about people are hurting. I'm going to show you who's hurting. Jesus was hurting people back in his days too. That's why they couldn't follow him anymore, because what he was saying was hard. That hurts, man. Dang, Jesus, we can't follow you. Read.
Many therefore of his disciples, when they had heard this, said, "This is a hard saying. Who can hear it?"
Who can hear this, man? Like, man, Jesus, the way you talk, who can hear this? Who can hear it? This is a hard saying. Go to 66.
For that time, many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him.
So somebody's going back. Went back from what? So okay, so you were following the man, the son, not the man of Yah, the son of Yah. You literally following the son of Yah. You're following the son of Yah, and now they went back. like Brother Robert and all of the people, he's current, and all the other people who's done the same thing. They came here. So did Yah call them to follow the son of Yah? The son of Yah, not the man of Yah, the son of Yah. And now that same Yah that called you to follow the son of Yah is the same Yah that told you not to follow him anymore. Huh? Are you guys seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? Give me a 3 if you guys are hearing me. I want to make sure you guys, I want this to sink in deep. This is Yeshua. They will probably say, man, Yah sent us. He called us. Yeah, many are called. Many are called, but few are chosen. Few, it's not few left. It's many are called, many leaves, but few left. Stay behind, the remnant. The remnant. Few are called. No, many are called, few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. Many are leaving. Many are leaving. Many are leaving. Leave the sinking ship. Leave the sinking ship. Many are leaving. Flee. Get out. It's getting tough. Get out. Don't persevere. Quit. It looks bad. It looks bad. It looks bad. It's not bad. It looks bad. Something ain't right. Leave. And you're going to see the few, the remnant, stay back. This is Yeshua. And they walk no more with him. What did Yeshua do wrong, guys? What do you think those people back in those days would think? See, there's more people like those people who left Yeshua, left him hanging. And then even the few that stayed, they denied him 3 times. And we think, I'm even looking at myself, I'm hoping that I don't deny. I'm not saying why I wouldn't do. I'll be like Peter said, I would never do it. And then I'm in it. Oh shit! Now all of a sudden I'm denying Yeshua 3 times. Oh, then I got, oh man, forgive me. Forgive. I was, man, when I was going through my stuff, man, I was doing things like, oh no, I was torn. Oh yeah, forgive me. And he showed me mercy. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to love me, Kabir. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. And now I'm living the dream. I get to love Yah every day. I can keep his commandments. There's nothing stopping me from keeping his commandments. There's nothing that's stopping me from loving the saints, to loving my brothers and my sister. Every day I get to do that. I praise the Most High Yah for this ministry. I praise Yah for the life of Pastor Charles Dow Jr. I'm so thankful that a man of Yah taught me, fed me understanding, knowledge and understanding, showed me how to love this, how to live this life. Everything I'm doing, everybody straight with praise line, whatever you experiencing, guess what? Pastor Dow taught me. Pastor Dow taught me. I saw how he was living his life. Remember, guys, when I used to tell you, when you go to the feast, go spend time with the person you want to be like. I used to go spend time with Pastor Dow. I still do. He's busy, but and now I'm in the work. But when I was first up and coming, I was spending time with Pastor Dow, seeing how he was doing. I'm like, man, this is a loving man. This man, he gave of himself. Man, I'm now like, damn, I want to be like him. All right, keep going. Go to 67.
Then said Yeshua unto the 12, will ye also go away?
You see, even Yeshua now saying, are you guys going to go away? I mean, is pastor? I wonder if pastor's at that point. Is he looking around, says, so are you going to leave me too? Now, is he wrong for asking that question? Yeshua asked the question, are you going to go away? Did maybe say, hey, Yeshua, man, you got to tone down that teaching, man. I mean, the people are hurting. The people are hurting, Jesus. You got to tone down that teaching. Shit, we may have to leave you. But look at the ones who were left behind. And even when they got tested, they're like, dang, that's why he says that he said that he will come even before that even the elect may not even make it. What did he say? I'm paraphrasing here. Anyway, just keep reading here.
Let's go to the next one, or because
did you read that? Go away, Simon Peter. What did Simon Peter say? Read what Simon. Then Simon Peter.
Then Simon Peter answered him, yeah, Master, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. want me to continue?
Anyway, you can stop. Guys, I hope you guys see. So because people are leaving the ministry does not mean that something is wrong at Straightway Truth Ministry. You need to look at those people's life. Look at their life. Look, Pastor Rufus is gone. What has he done? Is anybody following him? What is he doing? All he does is sit there and continue to keep watching Straightway Truth Ministry. Instead of him supposedly just focus on what y'all is doing, he's sitting here focused on how to destroy this ministry. He said that from day one. His goal is to destroy Straightway Truth Ministry. And now we can tell all the people who are opening their ears to his poison. Pastor Rube, the reason why you can't get to Straightway Praise Man because we don't listen to you. That's why. I know you listen to me, but we don't listen to you. We don't listen to any of your minions. Anybody that's a part of you, we don't listen. We cut them off. We may just have maybe one person, just because they're new, we may just have one person that we need to make sure. But other than that, we know how to keep the devil out. Pray and keep that poison out. Anyway. Hallelujah.
That last point is really
go to James. Look at,
I was going to say that last point is not really attached to what you're talking about. It was just that extra point that we talked about.
Yeah, but the not many teachers.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't have to do anything with the Brother Robert situation, but
no. But I want to show the same spirit. Yeah. And all these people leaving. Look at James 31. You got all these people leaving, and when they leave with it, they go do their video. They use Pastor Dow as a way to build their channel. This is what they're doing. They're going to build their channel and whatever they got, whatever they say they got, whatever they want to expose, right? To build their channel. And now they become teachers. And look what the book says right here in James chapter 3, verse 1. My brothers, read.
My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, that same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body.
Okay, hold up. Do they have teachers? What version was that you read?
This was the King James Version. Let me look it up in the scriptures. I think that's when we read it in the scriptures, right?
Yeah. It
says, right, not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, knowing that we shall receive greater judgment.
Greater judgment. So when you are a teacher and you speak in the word, man, if you are leading people, and that's what all the people left, all these leaders that was here that left, they're leading a lot of people. They're going to be, I'm telling you, they're going to have greater judgment because they're leading, they're scattering the flock, strike the shepherd, and the sheep will scatter. Read.
For we all stumble in many matters. If anyone does not stumble in word, he is a perfect man, able also to bridle the entire body. How far do you want me to read?
Keep going. I'll stop you.
Look, we put bits in the mouths of horses for them to obey us, and we turn their body. Look at the ships too. Although they are so big and are driven by strong winds, they are turned by a very small rudder, wherever the pilot intends. So to the tongue is a little member, yet boasts greatly. See how a little fire kindles a great forest.
So you see, you have something this small that can cause a lot of that thing. It just took I call it the Rufus effect. That's what the word. It just took a little tongue. It doesn't take, guys. It is easier to destroy something than it's to build. It took Pastor 30 years to build this ministry. 30-something years with the help of all the people that was really, that helped them. Little by people came and gone, but to continue to keep this where we are today. And it only takes something so small, a little lie, to try to tear it. And it's not going to tear it down because y'all going to keep it standing, but to try to tear it down. So when you see people leaving, understand it doesn't take that much. All you got to do is give the illusion that there's something wrong going on, and that's enough to get a lot of people. A lot of people. I've seen it in my own life. My own life. I did nothing wrong. And just the illusion, the possibility, because I'm black, I've played football, I don't know, because I'm passionate, it was enough to convince a whole town, a whole city that I was wrong. But no one can tell you what I did wrong. I've seen it, guys. I've experienced it. I know what it's like to be hated by a city. I was considered dangerous, never hurt not one human being in Wisconsin, in Wisconsin can say that I've ever hurt them. Not one single one can say that. But I was treated like I did something like that. None of my brothers have hurt anybody in this ministry. In this ministry, in Praise Land, has not hurt what, and we get treated like we're criminals. We got the FBI, the police, everybody, they eyeing us. I know they're looking at us, watching everything we say. We can't do nothing. We can't even shit without them being notified. Can't sneeze. For what? And we not one person, no burglary, no rape, nothing. All we do is do our thing, come back, work 6 days, come back, rest on the Sabbath day, and we do it again. Doing good work. Help our neighbors, even our neighbors' neighbors. We help them. But we're the bad guy. For what? Just because we keep the commandments of the Most High Yah. It's crazy. Crazy. I've experienced this stuff. So you're not talking to somebody that hasn't experienced. I know what it's like to be hated by. Have you ever been hated by a whole town, a city, a state, where people want to see you get shot and tasered and locked up for what? Like, okay, for what? Just by the perception alone was enough to persecute me. The perception, not even real. Same things happen right now with Pastor. That's it. Takes a little fire and it can destroy a whole forest. Read. I'll let you finish it, and then we'll go on.
And the tongue is a fire, the world of unrighteousness. Among our members, the tongue is set, the one defiling the entire body.
Entire body.
And setting on fire the wheel of life. And it is set on fire by hell.
So anyway, guys, I hope you guys see this. You can see how it doesn't take much. So this is for you saints here. We're going to continue. I'm going to be out commission here, but it's still going to be putting contents out there. But when we get back, we're going to complete. We still, there's going to have to be many parts, but we're going to talk about, I think we're going to just stop here. This is a nice little break here.
Yeah.
But we're going to really get back to how to deal with the fence. And so next week, not next week, but when I get back from where I'm going, because I'm going to an undisclosed location. But when I get back, I'll be gone for almost 2 or 3 weeks. We're going to go to talking about how to reconcile, how reconciliation and healing. We're going to continue going through that stuff, because at the end of the day, there is an end, and this will be the last part. I think we should be able to finish that when I get back. But there is an end. At the end of the day, Yah wants us to be reconciled. He wants us to be united. Satan wants to come to divide, comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That is Satan's goal. And when you see people who are divisive and not trying to bring love and unity and anything like that, it's not that hard to tell who's of Yah and who's of Satan. It's not that hard. Look at their move. The wicked flee. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous is bold as a lion. Pastor's not going in nowhere. Robert's gone. Why? He's fleeing. Flee. He said it. I've told my flee the sinking ship. The wicked flee when no one pursues, but the righteous is bold as a lion. I'm done. Deacon.
Hallelujah. All right, we'll transition here to reaction time with Elder.
A video?
No.
Pull that video up, because it's one of my favorite.
I've never seen a white male billionaire screaming at the top of his lungs, this whole system is rigged. And the moderator said, well, Mr. Trump, if in fact the system is rigged, what would be your evidence? Remember what he said, bro? He said,
I absolutely used it, and so did Warren Buffett, and so did George Soros, and so did many of the other people that Hillary is getting money from.
no one ever heard someone say something that true. And then Hillary Clinton tried to punch him in the taxes. She said, this man doesn't pay his taxes. He shot right back.
See, I understand the tax code better than anybody that's ever run for president, and it's extremely complex.
And then he said,
She complains that Donald Trump took advantage of the tax code. Well, why didn't she change it? Why didn't you change it when you were a senator? The reason you didn't is that all your friends take the same advantage that I do. Hillary Clinton has friends that want all of these provisions.
and with that, my friends, the star was born.
That's hey, you got like Donald Trump. He's right. I mean, he literally is he's causing some hate in the political arena. Took over, storm. I mean, this is a star is born because he's exposing the stuff they're doing. So anyway, that's funny. That's a funny video in so many ways. Hey, we I'll just leave it as that, Deacon. I'll leave it as that. My goodness. But anyway, hallelujah.
Yeah. We'll try. I'll do my announcements here, and then you can give the closing words here, Elder. All right. So, saints, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to go to straightway.com for any newsletters and resources. If you're interested in fellowshipping with Straightway, you can call the dining hall and ask for Elder Becker. The number to call is 615-688-3025. Again, if you'd like to fellowship with the nearby assembly, you can call the dining hall. And the number to call is 615-688-3025. You can also visit the website for more contact information. Elder Kabir, give us your closing statements.
All right, guys. I know I said a lot, and there's a lot to cover. I don't want to go through this so fast. It's so easy just to go through Matthew 18, call it a day, but I wanted to slow it down. But guys, it's real simple, guys. If we can just start to just love Yah and to love one another, and that includes our pastor. We should love our shepherd. We should love those who are leading us, those who rule over us. Not only just obey them, but love them. And the way you love them is by being obedient. Love them. They guys, we were chosen to be responsible for a whole bunch of people. And pastor's doing a great work. So don't get caught up in the noise. I'm telling you guys, if you guys are listening to me, be following me, those who are leaving the ministry and they're being divisive, if they're saying things, stop listening to them. Take them off your friends, cut them out. If they come up on your feed, stop it, and you will be amazed how peaceful it will be. Don't let them, because what they're bringing is something that's going to come in there and cause you to be double-minded. And once you start becoming double-minded, you become unstable, and you're going to make the wrong decision. So don't get bit by the viper. So this is where Yah's brought you. Be steadfast, persevere in the doctrine of Pastor Dow. And when I say that, in the teachings of what Pastor Dow is doing, he's sticking to the book. He's still preaching. Go listen to the old preaching, listen to a new preaching. It's not going to be that much different. So we need to start loving Yah. And by loving Yah, by keeping his commandments, and we need to love each other. We need to do a better job in loving each other. And when we have conflict, saints, believers, yes, believers are going to have conflict. Husband and wife have conflict. Brothers and brothers have conflict. Sisters and sisters have conflict. Brothers and sisters have conflict. There's good conflict with leadership. There's gonna conflict it's gonna happen. Just like it's gonna rain or snow. I mean, it depends, but it's gonna rain or something like that. Conflict will happen, okay? And when conflict happens, we have instructions from our master on how to deal with conflict. And the purpose of that is to win a brother, to bring that unity. And if it can't be done, then we can go ahead, go through the process of treating him like a Gentile. So I hope that this live stream brought you guys edifying, was thought-provoking. Go back and listen to it, share it. And we're going to get some contact out there. But until next time, remember, guys, be faithful in the little things. And shalom, shalom.